What's up, everyone? This week, the teams raced through Croatia.
Wait, Tom. That's where grandmas go. They actually went to Croatia.
Tell that to Chelsea's dad.
Plus, for some of the teams, the wheels started to fall off.
Quite literally. We've got so much to talk about, so
welcome
to your amazing race breakdown. Right before we get started, if you are new around here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We're here every single week breaking down the amazing race and all the chaos that comes with all these episodes going through. I gotta say it again, Croatia. I'm gonna be saying that for the rest of the week or the month or the year for the rest of my life. So yes, please hit the subscribe button, everybody.
Also, make sure to hit the like button. It really helps us out as smaller content creators and it gets the word out there.
It really does. It helps out with the algorithm more than you even know. So even though it's just another YouTuber saying hit the like button, we genuinely are asking for it because it helps with the algorithm for sure. So there's two things there, folks. Subscribe, like. Let's get to the breakdown. Alright, Amazing Race European Adventure episode 5. Can you believe we're 5 legs in?
I know. I actually don't want it to end. Like, it's been a really fun season. Yeah. Especially this episode. Like,
I said in the middle of today's episode, I looked at Sam and I went, this was better than last week.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed every single episode. But there was a moment where I just thought, I feel like the legitimate teams, and no disrespect to the people who've been eliminated at all, because there's several of them that I love, but it really feels...
Angela especially.
Oh, Angela, I'm still thinking about you.
We miss you.
We miss you. Fly high, amazing. We love you so much. I find myself... And Enzo, sorry. Just a quick mention to Enzo.
Oh my God.
Nobody's talking about Enzo.
I can't believe I forgot about Enzo.
Right. He should, it's wrong. It's criminal for Enzo to be first boot on anything.
I know.
Like, for entertainment value, you paid him the money, keep him around.
I know, he's never been first boot.
Let him give us entertainment. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like this week specifically, it felt like, okay,
the competition's
we're serious now.
Yeah.
Every single person there felt like they had something that where, it's going to be a close race to the finish line. That was the vibe, I think. But of course, one of them still had to fall, and it was Hannah and Simone this week. We'll talk about their journey this episode, which quite frankly was disastrous. Unfortunately for them, they ended up losing the race. And this is tough because they were beaten by two teams who were U-turned.
Yeah,
so
that's tough.
Pretty rough time for Hannah and Simone, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean... It was a struggle, and it was mostly Simone that was struggling. She had a really hard time.
She's sweet, though.
She is sweet. She's very sweet. I felt so bad for her, but she was having a really hard time with the Detour and having a really hard time with the Roadblock. But we'll talk more about that later.
We will indeed. How professionally said, Sam.
I know, I'm getting used to this thing.
You really are. Can we all just take a moment? Like, Sam's getting the ropes as well. And this week is also Sam's 25th birthday, which I just want to mention for a second. I'm surprising you right now. So can we all join together to ready? Because it's early birthday right now. But Sam, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sammy. Come on, everyone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sam.
You're the sweetest.
I am so proud of you and everything you've done on this channel. I'm even prouder to be your husband.
Aww.
And I just want to say an early happy birthday to you, and I wanted everybody else to see that as well, because I hope everybody else can send in their well wishes to Sam. You're wonderful. I mean, everyone loves you out there. So yeah, everyone give it up for Sam. 25. Look at you awesome human being.
I'm a quarter of a century.
Yeah, you're a little old, but me, at my young age of 23.
I know, I'm such a cougar.
That's honestly the word.
Cradle snatcher.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I may or may not have been thinking it. No, I'm joking.
Again, people, a year and a half difference. A year and a half difference.
Whatever. Happy birthday, Sam. Pleasure to have you here at the channel, and you've been such a welcome addition to it over the past few months, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
I love you.
I love you too, my darling. Happy birthday. So, anyways, back to the Amazing Race. So it was a pretty straightforward episode. You know, there was a detour, there was a roadblock, and I felt like things kind of got condensed down a little bit more because of, and I think you thought this as well, because of
the double U-turn.
Yeah.
So I was noticing, I was like, okay, it's just a detour and a roadblock. It just seemed like it was less packed than the other episodes.
I do think that's also because the numbers are dwindling as well.
Yes, that too. And there's like, they can take more time on each team. But I think because of the double U-turn, they wanted to leave room in the episode. But I think that was a good choice.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it allows more focus on the players.
Yeah, and because we are a little new to Amazing Race, sometimes we get a little lost.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, wait, what? Which one is it? What's going on right now?
We'll learn the ropes quick.
We will learn along the ropes.
Because we're not strangers to starting a new reality show. When there's a new, we're the first to check it out when there's something on.
Yeah.
So you get to it pretty quickly. But what for me has been a big aid has been the fact it's Big Brother people.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I'm definitely more invested, and I really got into it with Derek and Claire's season because I was so invested in them.
See, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. But I also started to really like the other teams, even though they were new to reality TV. I'd never seen them before.
Yeah.
So it really had a foot in the door.
Right, no, it's the same thing, like, you know, when you watch, I don't know, Rachel Riley on Big Brother 27, you might like Rachel, but you're like, oh, hold up, I'm kind of liking this Keanu guy.
Yeah,
I'm kind of liking Will. I'm kind of, you know, it
helps you get more invested.
Of course it does.
It's similar with, like, Survivor, too.
That's why I'm a sucker for veteran seasons. I
love returning seasons.
A lot of people complain and say, we want newbies. Listen, there's enough newbies that flop. Give us the people who we've tried and tested that can actually put on a good damn show.
The thing about newbie seasons is, like, it's very rare.
They are necessary for sure.
They are absolutely necessary, but you generally only get like a couple people that really shine in all newbie seasons.
Yeah.
And then they become characters, and they're necessary, and it's great, but I'm a sucker for a returnee season.
There's no shame on leaning.
I'm so invested.
Yeah, exactly. There's no shame in leaning on folks that we know already. I think it makes the viewing more fun. But for some at least. But yeah, this detour that first came up, you know, it was basically both involved fish to some extent.
Yeah.
You know, it was either, you know, a fisherman's rack that you would have to carry around. A fisherman's haul, like the old nets, plus a chum bucket, which I always think of SpongeBob.
Yeah, the chum bucket,
People of a certain age will 100% feel the same. But yeah, that's what I always think of there. And then the other option was skin a fish.
Immediately, I said no. I'm not doing that one.
No. I think, I'm not going to lie, I think beforehand I would have gone skin the fish, but then after seeing how difficult it was, because I would say it was difficult.
Very difficult because there was a very specific standard that they wanted. Like, you couldn't cut off too much of the meat of the fish. It had to be really specific.
Oh God, poor Simone's fish. It looked like it had been involved in a bear attack.
Yeah, the guy said it looked like she cut it with an axe.
Yeah, that's generous.
I know.
Poor
Simone. I felt so bad for her this episode. I was like, oh, that's rough. That's really rough. And she wasn't getting it. Like, it wasn't clicking for her. And it just made it really hard for those two in this one.
Yeah.
And there was even a point where they were like, let's just do the other one. This isn't working out. And then they tried to get directions from people and couldn't find the other one. And they were like, okay, never mind. We're going back to skinning the fish. That really messed up their time. They wasted a lot of time trying to find the other detour, and then deciding not to do it, and then going back. Like, it wasted a lot of time for them, and I think that was pretty detrimental to them in the end.
Completely detrimental.
Yeah.
I couldn't have put it better myself. And I think, you summarised there how a team ended up going home that, you know, was going up against two that, like we said at the beginning, two of the teams had been double U-turned, and that's like kind of insane, you know.
I know, it blew my mind because they had way more time on their hands.
And you just explained perfectly there how they botched it. They botched the lead. They botched the advantage they had, or more so botched the opportunity that their disadvantage, the other team's disadvantages provided for them. But yeah, I don't know. It was. I felt like we were watching a slow car crash happen, or a car crash happen in slow motion is the phrase that people use. I think early on in the episode it was kind of, I think I know where this is going, you know?
Yeah.
The signs were early, and like you said, I don't want to dog on Simone too much.
No.
She was the one who dragged the team down a lot this episode. But again, I think it was so sweet seeing the, I don't know, just the sisterly love between Hannah and Simone at the end of that. You know, just on a personal note for me, I just thought it was nice. Hannah just seemed like a really big cheerleader. She didn't seem annoyed at all. She didn't seem pissed.
No. She went into sister mode. She was out of reality TV competition mode because Hannah is a player. She plays hard. She doesn't give up. She goes hard on competitions like this. And at that moment, she was like, okay, game's done. I'm going into sister mode. I really respect that. And I my heart was, I felt like, like,
it must speak to you more as well, because you know you've got
a sister, and I know at the end of the day, if I was really, really struggling, Jade would be like, all right, we're good, it's fine.
Like she'd look out for you.
And Hannah was like, look, I'm smiling, everything's fine, it's okay at the end of the day.
Nevertheless, a disappointment, of course, for them, but I think that just showed how well they handled it. You know what I mean? Like it was very courteous. It was very, I don't know. It wasn't, you know, sometimes when you watch them get eliminated from something and you go, what a loser, you know, and like, there's certain people you do think that, I can't, I don't think that's too out of line to say.
I think some people are sore losers.
You look at them and you go, you loser, you absolute loser.
It's true, there are some people that are sore losers, but this was not the case.
Then you get those moments though, where it's on the other end, because sometimes you get ones in the middle where it's just like, oh yeah, they're obviously disappointed, whatever, but then you get the other end where you go, class act, you know, that's the category I would put Hannah and Simone into for that. Okay, so moving on, the roadblock was the second part of this race, and it was a race within a race, essentially.
I know, it was crazy.
They had to make these carts. It almost looked like somebody had taken a trip to, I would say, B&Q, if there's any British people watching, but I'm going to switch over and go, if you're taking a trip to Home Depot, thank you. You were waiting for
didn't even know what B&Q was.
You didn't?
I know, I'm such a disappointment. I call myself the spouse of a Brit.
That was so loaded. How did we go from you not knowing the name of a hardware store in the UK to I'm such a disappointment?
Because I'm literally just thinking about the fact we're going to be going to England, and I don't even know what that is, and I'm like...
No, you've been to England several times.
I've been to England, and I'm like, you know all the American things, and I feel like I don't know enough British
it's because I live here now, you know? You haven't lived there, but...
Yeah, it's all jokes.
I do have to say, if you did live there, no, you would be a disappointment. I'm sorry. I do not. I'm kidding. No, but wow, that was. I know
that took a turn.
That was a moment. Okay, so Roadblock. They had to make basically a homemade cart. And I think we've got a good glimpse here as to, you know, who was, you know, picked up a screwdriver before, and, you know, who's called somebody to pick up a screwdriver before.
I think I would do this one.
I mean, I think both of us are handy.
We're both handy, but
Hey, look at us, the modern couple. Both of us can do it. Like, we love that,
But the last couple years, I've been really, like, getting into building stuff. Like, I put together my own desk, and, like, I actually made a shelf to put on my wall a couple years ago. not to brag, but
yeah, not to brag, but you're not a disappointment. There you go. Well done. I
think I would lock in with this one.
You would lock in. I think both of us could do it.
No, you could definitely do it.
But I would actually put it towards you because I'm also very tall, and I think
it would be hard for you to go fast.
Right. Whereas little pint-sized Sammy. We could just... Sometimes I feel like I pick Sam up and just, put it... Yeah, there we go. So cute.
In the pocket.
Yeah, so that's why Sam would fit on the... What would you even call it?
Cart.
Is it a cart?
Yeah,
it was a cart. It was a wooden... it was just one wooden plank. Did they call it carts?
Yes. Yeah, I remember them calling it carts.
No, that to me is a piece of wood with some wheels on it. That's what I'm calling it. It's okay. So they had to ride these pieces of wood with wheels on them, very loosely fitted wheels, down the hill, and they had to do this within 36 seconds. Some teams it was like, no worries, hold my beer, and then
Tucker and Eric.
Well done, that was smooth. And some teams didn't do it so well.
And smooth.
That was much smoother. Well done.
Yeah. I finally formulated words.
Again, you're trying to beat the disappointment allegations. Is that what's happening? You really self-sabotaged
being hard on myself today.
That was so insane. I can't get over that one. Some of them didn't do very well at all.
No.
But we'll do what we've done the past few weeks because I've enjoyed, going through the teams one at a time because I think that way you can get a better deep dive on all the teams. And we got to look at who came first.
Yep.
It was Tucker and Eric. As surprise. As mentioned in Sam's coughing reference, Tucker and Eric. I'm glad to see them in the lead.
It was a breeze for them.
Breeze.
Absolutely breeze. Did not see them sweat for a single second.
Sunshine, breeze, no clouds. It was.
Eric is definitely
forecast.
Tucker's brother because he just fully beasted that fishing net. He was just like, all right, I'm picking it up. I'm going. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm not sweating. Not nervous at all. Just going. Insane. Beast. They didn't struggle
That's what I said.
at all.
I said the second they crossed the finish, I said beast. They are the ultimate bit. Like people talk about comp beasts, but like if comp beast final boss, Tucker and Eric are sat there on the throne waiting for anybody to contend with them. So yes,
we didn't see a lot of them because
we didn't. That's what I've been noticing with a lot of the Amazing Race things because I find that with the teams that are at the back, they get more airtime
because they're taking longer.
Yeah.
So
right.
It's like once the teams in the front get there, there's no more screen time for them for the episode.
Right, and if you look at like the breakdown of the screen time in the episode, it must be like the first team crosses in like the first half an hour of the episode. I'll just say that for game's sake, and then you're still watching the others like for like almost an hour later trying to cross finish. It's great. I do like the editing a lot.
Me
on this show.
Me too.
It keeps you guessing as well until the end because they're not so focused on the people at the front.
No.
Survivor is and like Big Brother is. It kind of like allows room for other people to move up the pack.
They do it in a way that's like more linear towards like the speed of how long they're taking. Yeah. And I like that because we still get to like I feel like we're still seeing everybody. Yeah. Which is nice. But Tucker and Eric.
Yeah, they beasted it. They beasted it. They've been in the top 4 every single time with the first place finish twice. Let's talk about, again, I would argue the most improved, we said it last week, Kyland and Taylor came in second place. Yep. Second place. Wow, that's the highest placement so far. Very, very impressive. You would look at their initial statistics, which was 9th, then you go 4th, and then they go 2nd. They've bumped up the average.
Once they were given an even playing field with everybody else in terms of timing, they were good to go. And I think I called this a few weeks ago where I was saying if they were just at the same beginning playing field with them, they'd be doing very well, except just in the beginning they had a hiccup. Yeah. And then they were in the back and then they couldn't get forward because they were hours behind everyone else. Yeah. But they've been doing a really good job, so... Yeah. Props to them. They did have an interesting...
I'm going to join you in that clap because I'm not going to lie, they deserve more than 2 claps.
Yes. Well, I was doing 2 for second.
Can we do the Sammy clap again? Yeah. Sorry, that was fun. Okay, so well done, Kyland and Taylor. That's what we're going to do now from now on when we say well done to somebody. Yeah.
They did have a little drama this episode, though.
Oh, they did?
And the BCC chat was blowing up.
Yeah, you were keeping an eye on that
I was
one, right?
I was like, there's a lot of tomatoes in this chat.
Yeah, no, because let's remind everybody of how things rolled out. Would you like to? I'm going to let you take the ropes here.
Yeah,
Go on.
so when they got to we're jumping ahead a little bit, but once they got to the double U-turn section and they saw that Jack and Joss and Joseph and Adam picked Izzy and Paige and Christine and Rubina, Taylor said, like, of course they're gonna pick the women. It's what was it? Intentional exclusion or something?
Clear. So Kylan said there's a gentleman's agreement, and then Taylor said this has been a clear exclusion of women, and then things kind of got a little spicy from there on in the episode.
They did. It was very interesting because we got to see. I saw Joss like clarify this, and he was saying like he actually.
This is in Chat BCC.
Yes, in Chat BCC,
Yes.
He was clarifying. He was saying that there was a very strategic reason for all of these. The fact that here, let me pull it up actually.
Okay, hot off the press.
Yeah.
You want to go for it?
So he was saying,
this is Jazz's statement.
Yeah, so he was saying that part of why they used the board is because they had allies in Kylan and Taylor and Hannah and Simone, and they wanted to make sure that nobody else would U-turn them. So they filled up the board, and obviously Jag and Joss have a little bit of tension with Izzy and Paige.
A little bit?
Jag and Izzy, they're not very friendly with each other, so it makes sense why they would put them on the board.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even faulting them for putting them on the board. It was it made most sense for them specifically.
Yeah.
Joseph and Adam, they put Rubina and Christine, and I also thought that made sense too because Joseph and Adam are good with Kylan and Taylor. They're trying to protect them in this decision. They're really tight with Natalie and Stephanie. So they saw Christine and Rubina as more of a threat because they felt that they were placing a little higher than Jack and Chelsea, because Jack and Chelsea have been in not any higher than 6th the whole time. And
that's right,
Christine and Rubina, they placed 4th the first time. So on average, they have
It bumps it up a bit.
Yeah, it bumps it up a bit. So that was their reasoning. I felt it was pretty fair reasoning. And I don't personally agree with what Taylor was saying, especially because Jack and Jazz went up to them and like told them, they didn't put this in the episode, but they were saying like, we're trying to protect you with this. These are the reasons why we're doing this. I think in this situation, I'm going to have to disagree a bit with Taylor on that one. I really don't think it was an intentional choice of doing that.
You usually don't disagree with Taylor, do you?
I love Taylor, and like, I usually agree with her on a lot of things, but I think this one, I didn't see it that way. Okay. And I don't think a lot of them saw it that way either. I don't think Izzy and Paige saw it that way. Even though Izzy was pissed, I don't think she saw it. I think she saw it as like, oh, Jag hates me and I hate him, so.
Yeah, and from Jazz's statement, you were saying, it wasn't received very well in the chat.
So you can, on Chat BCC, when an alumni or somebody in the show, like, they post something, you can react to it. And they were reacting with tomato emojis, and I thought it was a bit unfair to Jazz. I mean, he was trying to explain. He was like, genuinely, this was not what I was trying to do. Here are the reasonings. I'm breaking it down for everybody, and people were throwing tomatoes at him.
Did Joseph and Adam have a response?
They said, "We are so sorry."
Did they get tomatoed as well?
No, actually, they didn't. They got lots of hearts.
Oh, okay, good
I
for
think
them.
People were like, at the end of the day, they were like, okay, it's not as big of a deal as I think this was just like one clip of Taylor being upset in the moment. Yeah. And then it just wasn't like...
Can I just say, I love the little segments we have in these Amazing Race videos where I throw over to you and you tell me what's going on in Chat BCC, because I don't really I don't have Chat BCC.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, do you know when in those news segments where they're like, and now we're gonna go to the reporter on the streets.
Yes, I'm on the streets.
Right, that's why I really like it.
Yeah, it was funny because I was like watching this unfold during the episode, and I was like, I feel really bad for Jazz because like he's just trying to like respectfully explain, and everyone's like, tomato. I'm like, oh. Poor guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Taylor, and I do understand in a lot of these shows that misogyny happens. I don't think this is one of those instances.
Thank you from Sam on the street.
On the street.
In third place was Jazz and Jag. Again, yeah, that was their biggest. We kind of touched on it there with Kylie and Taylor, but that was their biggest kind of storyline this episode.
Yeah, so we did miss a little part where Eric heard Kylan talking to the camera crew.
Yeah.
He was saying, like, we know about the gentleman's agreement. It looks like they had a gentleman's agreement where they would take out all the girls. And I was like, that's not what they said, actually.
Yeah.
Taylor actually did clarify this in Chat BCC. She said there was an agreement between just Joseph and Adam and Jess and Jag. Not all the boys going against all the girls.
Right.
So she actually did clarify. She was okay, they told us afterwards.
Okay.
I think they were just taking that clip for the juicy drama.
Yeah.
Because that's how she was feeling in the moment.
It's a reality show.
It's a reality show. They're going to twist things. They cleared it up later. It was all fine.
It's actually interesting, isn't it, getting like the two sides of it, of the, the edited version of, and that's not to say that there isn't any truth in the edited version, because there always is to some extent. But, it's more so with anything in media, it's what you crop out.
Right.
That's what shapes it.
And that's how she was feeling in that moment. Yeah. And she could have changed her mind later once it was clarified.
Yeah, I mean, this Chat BCC thing, though, or just any kind of thing like that where we can see more thoughts, it's almost like the extra puzzle pieces that weren't there, so that's cool too.
I've been liking seeing like the behind the scenes stories on there.
You get a more full picture.
You do get a more full picture. And sometimes it can get a little messy, but it's still great to watch the behind the scenes and everything of that. So,
absolutely.
But so Eric overheard Kylan talking to the camera, and he was asking Jas about this, and he was like, they're saying there's a gentleman's agreement. And
this is why Amazing Race needs a diary room as well. Like, this is insane. Okay, so...
It was a little juicy there. It was funny.
Just a little. I think it's a lot juicy. Yeah. Okay, so Joseph and Adam placed in fourth again. Scooped into that same kind of category as Jazz and Jag there. Coming under the same fire that they did. Yeah. But they had a relatively smooth episode. There was no hiccups. It was bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. Now... we kind of going towards the back of the pack now. I want to mention Natalie and Stephanie in fifth because, they didn't have necessarily the smoothest ride they've had so far. Fifth place, you're like, it doesn't sound too bad, but that's actually
for them,
that's tied for their worst placement in the race.
And that was the first leg.
First week. Ever since then, they've been in the top three, which is beyond impressive.
Yeah, they've been amazing.
So... are we seeing the start of the end for Natalie and Stephanie? Is the question I'm going to throw to you.
No, I don't think so. I think this is just one
hiccup. I love the confidence.
No, I mean, I think this is just like one hiccup episode for them. I think they're going to be off to the races. Do I think they'll win the whole thing? I don't think so. But I think they will be pretty close to it. I think just Natalie was having a rough episode with the handiness. And she kept saying if Stephanie had been the one to do this one, they would have placed higher.
And she kept saying this phrase over and over and over again when she was making the wooden piece on wheels. Is that what I called it? I can't remember.
Cart.
It's not a car.
It's a cart.
I'm just trying to be different. So she kept saying, you ready? Yep. We're going to chant this. It's, we're going to take it in. You ready? You ready?
It needs to lay flat. 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 It needs to lay flat.
And I am done because I am annoying myself right now. That pretty much summed up Natalie's run.
It was
this
so
episode.
chaotic.
Absolutely chaotic.
So chaotic. I do want to say it was really cool near the beginning of the episode when they were skinning the fish. She was talking about how her and Stephanie were communicating in Spanish, and she was saying that because Spanish is their first language, when she hears directions, she finds it easier to hear it. She takes it in and processes it better in Spanish. I
like that.
I think it was very smart of them to communicate that way because they know their strengths. So they play it to that. So I think that was great. And I think that can help them later on in the race too.
Yeah, I completely agree. I know I phrased that there. Is it the beginning or the end? I don't think it is. That was more just
a little hiccup.
Yeah, of course it was.
They're still fifth.
Yeah. Now, back at the pack, this is where things start to get a little touchy, especially over the next few weeks for these teams specifically. Jack and Chelsea had a really tough episode. Yeah. Chelsea specifically on the wooden plank with wheels was absolutely It just kept going on and on and on. I want to mention Jack for a second. I adore him. I just love him cheering his daughter on and saying, you know, that's what we do. We don't quit in this fight. I was like, this
really
is such a supportive dad, and I just thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Chelsea had a tough time.
Yeah, Chelsea had a very tough time, and I think because she was so stressed, just the pressure, I think, of Jack, her dad, just trying to encourage her. I think she, like, was so stressed that she was just like, no, I can't take this right now. And
see, that's the thing, though. Some people thrive on somebody going, Chelsea. And some people go like, oh, I need to get in the zone.
Yes.
And I get both. I get both sides completely.
I totally understand that. Because I also think I'm kind of the person that's like, I just need to not hear anything around me and just hone in. Yeah. Because I think I think similar to Chelsea, when I hear somebody, it's like the pressure.
You feel like you need to do well for them. Is that what it is?
Or like it's just too much going in my head when there's already enough in there.
Yeah.
And it just overwhelms me. So I completely understand where Chelsea was coming from there. I felt really, really bad for her because so many of the times she was just 1 second off. 1 second. And she just had to keep going.
Or she'd be going straight for it, and then all of a sudden the wheel would go, I'm going to go into this tyre over here instead.
She kept banging into the wall or into the tires.
And you'd see the clock next to it, it'd be like 36 point something, and you're like, oh. And it's like, okay, all the way back up to the top of the hill.
She was literally at the end. She was about to get it, and she moved into the tires at the finish line flag.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really rough. I felt very bad for her.
She prevailed, though.
She did.
I will say, if they hadn't made up as much time as they did, they could have been the ones to be eliminated.
They could have.
Because if they'd gotten there maybe a couple hours later, I don't know
Not
if Chelsea...
even, like, probably like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was close. So yeah, 6th place for those guys. Now for Izzy and Paige, they landed themselves in 7th. Their worst placement so far.
Yes, that was because of their double U-turn.
We're seeing a downward trajectory. But I do think there is something to be said that if they didn't get the U-turn, I still think they would be at the top of the pack.
I think so too.
So if they can get back onto even footing into the next few weeks, maybe that they can establish that, you know, their faces back at the front of the pack again.
Because they've been going stellarly up. And they've been doing very well. So I think just because of this double U-turn, it just kind of... It brought their time down. Yeah. But they still prevailed.
I am throwing my hat into the ring right now with... what are you smiling at?
I'm just getting ready for what you're about to say.
No. It's nothing crazy or out there. I just think... The week's MVP is Izzy. Yeah. I know she plays 7th, but just with 2 out from elimination. But I think she did entertainment. Mm-hmm. She did... The deck was stacked against her with the U-turn, and she still came through and came 7th. I feel like this incredible lady thrives on chaos.
Yes, she
and
absolutely
madness,
does.
And when there is a...
Lights a fire under her.
It does. When there is a storm of shit flying around Izzy, it's almost like... It's like
motivating.
Yeah, you can see the cape come on and the the super Izzy comes out, and it's just like it's awesome.
It's amazing.
Avengers Assemble, Izzy Assemble. That's what it is.
Her reaction to getting a double U-turn, we were cracking up because it was hilarious.
She's so funny.
And Paige was like, "Okay, we just got to do this," and Izzy's like, "I just want to feel mad right now. Let me feel mad for a second."
No.
And then she goes.
It's so. Yeah, no, straight at the photo. At the photo, like that's what makes it insane. I feel like when watching Izzy and Paige, when tensions get high, I almost feel like it's like watching a therapy session without a therapist. Right? You know what I mean? Right? I need to feel angry now.
It gets a little personal into their relationship. Sometimes I'm like, should we go? Are we allowed to be here?
No.
I think we're hearing a little too much.
Yes. Right. Okay, so for the last 2 couples this episode, Christine and Rubina, of course, just managed to save themselves it was about the skin of their teeth. Speaking of skin, Christine took a cut. Oh, sorry, Rubina took a cut.
Yeah.
Rubina took a cut.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's break that down, because Rubina's biggest thing was the cut, which was huge, and Christine had a horrible time with the cart.
I felt so bad for her. Yeah. Really bad for her. She is just like, you could just see she felt so deflated.
She was shutting
crying.
down.
She was shutting down because she kept getting there just a second before. Just 1 second. Like every time it was 37 seconds, 37 seconds, 38 seconds. Like
it was very sad to see her rolling around on the floor, but then I took myself out the moment and then just remembered like, I wonder what it was like for like the locals, because there was. I'm so sorry. This is, I don't mean to sound mean or anything like that in any kind of way, but she was rolling around on the floor, you know, and saying rolling backwards and forwards, and then this shot just from the side. It was marvelous the way they captured it. It was just. You know, the locals just kind of walking around, and these locals in Croatia are probably very confused, just going about their business as they normally do. They maybe going to grab their coffee or go to work, and they're like, okay, why is this random loud American on the floor who is losing their card game? And, you know...
they don't realize the stakes for this, so they're just and it's so funny like, when you take
you take your head out the moment, and you're kind of like, oh, okay, yeah. It's like, of course it's stressful, but it's like to the rest of the world, they're probably thinking like, oh, what? You know?
Like what's going on here? And they don't know the stakes of The Amazing Race or anything.
Right, but she came through.
Yes, she killed it. I mean... I know when she was assembling the cart, she was like, this is fine. Like, she was not frazzled at all. I think it was just so hard for the race part of it. Yeah. And it just kept beating her down, but she persevered.
She locked in at the end. She got it, which beat Hannah and Simone, which sent them out the race. Yeah. They had a tough time. I know we talked about it briefly at the beginning, but we can jump into it a little bit more now. Hannah and Simone, man, that was... it was a case of one bad moment after another for those two.
I know, like, during the skinning the fish part, like, Hannah had it because she's in medical school, so she knows, like...
No, she said this one line that I don't think is ever going to leave me. She said, if I can stick a knife in a cadaver, why can't I do this? And I was like, oh, God.
Lock in, girl. However you have to lock in, do it. It
works.
That was wild, though.
Yeah.
But she had it, but, like, Simone just kept messing up on it. Like, she would take too much of the meat out, or she would, like... cut it like an axe.
No, like I said, it was like a grizzly bear attack.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like. It was absolutely insane.
Yeah,
you know,
and they did waste a lot of time.
I think I've seen grizzly bears go at fish before, and they've came out better than that. Yeah, that's insane.
It's true. And they did waste a lot of time changing their mind and then unchanging their mind.
Yeah.
Like that could have been
indecisiveness.
It could have been the time could have been used to like actually figure out how to skin the fish properly.
Yes.
And it just really did hinder them because they didn't get double U-turned. There was two other teams that got double U-turned and they were leaps and bounds ahead of them.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely put them back a lot. And Simone was taking a really long time assembling the cart too. She was having a hard time with it.
And it broke the second they hit the tracks.
Yeah. And they were saying like, Hannah was like, oh, Simone's handy. She's got this. It didn't seem like she was very handy. She said, like, I put together a bookshelf or something once. I think that's what she was saying. I can't remember. But, I just wonder how it would have gone if Hannah had done it. I don't know if she would have been better or if she would have been the same.
Well, you know, she could have just applied the mindset, well, I've put a knife in a cadaver before, so I can make a cart.
I do think Hannah has a little more drive. Because she has done reality TV before. Yeah. She just like locks in and like goes hard. Simone's never done something like this, so I think like it was a little harder for her to push through.
Yeah, they had a very, very tough episode, which obviously led to their elimination, which is very, very sad. I do want to try and, I don't know, what's the word for it? I want to lighten the mood. Yeah. Would you allow me to crack a joke?
Of course.
Yeah, I'm going to crack a joke. And I'm very proud of this one. So,
I love your jokes.
If everybody, you know, doesn't like it, just pretend you do. Because I think this is a good one. So
everyone just pretend to laugh.
Thank you. This is my spouse. And I am very, very lucky. So I, you know, they screwed up on the fish. And now, you know, because they're out the race... They're sleeping with the fishes. Hope you all enjoyed that. After several rounds of apologies and promising Sam an extra birthday present, I managed to get Sam to come back. I want to apologise for the senseless jokes at play, if I'm being totally honest. It wasn't thoughtful of how much it would make everybody cringe, and I just want to apologise, everyone.
You've triggered my cringe disease.
I've grown though. I'm growing, and I'm endeavouring to do better. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We appreciate every single last one of you. But that is all of your amazing breakdown for today. We hope that you're all doing very, very well out there. Thank you for everybody who's been tuning in every single week to watch these videos. It really means the world to us. You know, especially in this kind of post BB timeline. You know, where it's trying something new. You know, and you know, every single week when come on here, we know the views aren't as high as Big Brother, but you know, we just appreciate every single last person who is actually still hanging with us. That I think means a lot to me. A big part of these ones is just the community kind of feel to it, and I love you guys, and I thank you so much for joining us week after week. And I also,
it's been so fun.
It has,
like, really fun. I'm really enjoying this. It's been like a highlight.
It has. I've really enjoyed it as well. Just even hanging with Sam as well. And it's different for me because I'm used to being by myself in front of the camera. It's a whole other ball game. It's hard to you know, I guess to go like, oh yeah, I can relate to that. I usually record by myself, and you know, it's not like a relatable thing. Yeah. But trust me, guys, like I it's a very different vibe doing it myself. I enjoy it more. I feel like I can relax more when I've got Sam here, and it's like, I don't know, because it's like the back and forth. We bounce really well. And
point counterpoint,
or point because we both agree on something, or counterpoint. You know, whatever you want. And the best jokes around. You know, sleeping with the fishes was a good joke, right?
That we weren't going to talk about that anymore.
Yeah, no, that's we shouldn't bring that up. Yeah. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. We appreciate every single last one of you. I want to give a quick shout out to the wonderful folks in the Discord as well. Y'all are amazing. I keep talking about community, and the folks in there, such a lovely warm community. You can become a patron, folks, and join the Discord. The link is in the description if you would like to join our lovely positive community. That's the word I'm going to use. Very positive. Yes. It's just full of people who are just kind of, I don't know. I feel like their souls are full, and just, you know, I sound like I'm going all hippy dippy for a second right now, but like for real, like every single person there, it's everybody really wants to be there, and you know, we just chat about TV shows, we chat about whatever we're doing in the week, our pets, you know, it's all sorts of different things there. It's lovely.
You know, I'm in quite a few Discords of just like random things that I like a video game or a music artist, and nothing beats this Discord. Like I've found myself spending less time in the other ones because
it's just sweet community.
It's just not. You know? It just doesn't beat it.
It's a smaller community, but you know, the people
gets to
in
really
there.
Know
it's
each
just
other
I love it.
Give each other love and support.
It's great. It's fantastic. So if you're looking to chat with me and Sam and some other wonderful people, please consider becoming a patron to join the Discord. Folks, the PO box is still open. I might as well mention that because, you know, we only have a few videos a week now, so it's a good idea to mention it. Now Sam's doing that to me, but I'm going to throw it on Sam right now. If you want to send Sam a birthday present, the PO box is open.
You don't need to send me birthday presents,
folks. If you want to send Sam anything, the PO box is open. If anybody wants to treat this wonderful human being to a birthday present. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We hope that you're all staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. Are you joining in? Are you ready? Okay. So, for the last time of being 24, are you ready for this one? Because then the next time you do this, you're going to be 25. You'll be 25. Okay. So, you're very old.
Yeah.
In the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next amazing race breakdown, I've been your host, Tom VASEY.
And Sam VASEY.
24 years old. Good night.